Hello and welcome to Natterlly Aspirated in association with Liqui Moly. And because it's the 10th episode, we thought we'd treat ourselves and come out on venue today. So we're actually at Goodwood.
Yeah.
And we're doing a show special for Japfest Goodwood here today, so we're shooting some content. But yeah.
Glad to see you order the sunshine as well, George.
Yeah, thank God.
So there we go.
It'll be just like this on October 3rd when we're back here for Japfest Goodwood. Yeah,
it will.
We promise.
So should we start with some quick fire questions?
Let's do it.
Go on, then.
Nissan or Toyota?
Nissan.
Nissan.
Toyota.
Oh.
Track action or live action arena?
Live action as a viewer, track action as a participant.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Live action, just because track action's a bit like one car at a time. Whereas live action, there's lots of stuff going on. It's a better spectacle.
Yeah.
Live action.
Cool, that's good, because on the 3rd of October when we are here for Japfest Goodwood, the main straight behind us is going to be turned into a live action arena instead of having the whole track. So the rest of the track will be shut off for display cars.
Oh, cool.
Which will be pretty cool. So yes, okay, track or street build?
Track build for me. I like the tech that goes into them and all the sort of performance parts. So yeah, I'd build a track car.
Yeah. I think I'd rather do a street build because I'm not clever enough to do a track build yet.
I'd go street as well, just because it's a bit more usable. You can use a street car all the time, can't you?
Just drive a track car on the street, you'll be fine.
I'm too old for that. Man. Too old for that. Everyone looking at me.
So am I, to be fair.
Going back to really the first question, Skyline or Supra?
Skyline for me.
Supra for me.
Supra for me. But now, okay, taking that question to the next level, because if you're taking Skyline or Supra, but you're taking the whole range of Skylines, so the Hacker Supra all the way up to the 35,
yeah,
or the Mark 1 Celica Supra all the way to the Mark 4, 5.
Mark 5, yeah.
As a collection, what are you saying?
I swap then. I think I go GTR. I go Nissan.
Yeah, I'd still go with Skyline.
I'd probably
but it makes it tighter for me. I don't know what because I was in my head. I was going right R32. That's the Skyline.
Yeah.
But then when you start talking about some of the classic Supras, I'm like, oh, actually. Yeah.
Well, that was it's exactly the same as me. When I think Supra, I think Mark 3. I'd love a Mark 3 Supra over a Mark 4. But yeah, once you go the whole line, the GTI, it's got it all, isn't it? You got a cool old pretty classics with the Hackos, right up to modern, basically supercar performance 35s. So yeah, GTR.
Okay, right. Let's just go again. So then, Skyline or Supra, but what Supra, what Skyline?
Supra Mark 3.
Skyline R32 GTR.
Mark 4 Supra, twin turbo. Yeah. There we go. Impreza or Evo?
Evo.
Yeah, Evo. I think it's got to be for me.
Tommy Mackinnon.
Yeah.
Evo 6, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's the first one that popped in my mind when I thought Evo. White and red.
Yeah, Rally
TME.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I'm straight on the Evo bandwagon. Both very, very closely matched cars. Just for me, I think the Evos always just look slightly better because like the bug eye and stuff like that. And again, I've never been a massive fan of the flat 4. That
it always sounds like it's missing, doesn't it? Yeah. I remember seeing a flat 4 once with equal length headers. It doesn't sound anything like it.
Oh really?
Yeah. It doesn't sound like that at all.
Takes it away completely.
Noise, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And again, like making a flat 4 look pretty is hard.
Yeah.
Because they're an ugly engine, aren't they? Like, just... But yeah, sorry all you Scooby fans out there. I am still a Scooby fan, but if I had to choose, I'd go Evo. Right, moving on to what have we been up to this week? Joe, I think you've been out and about. You think you went to the Bromley Pageant?
Yeah, so last weekend was Bromley Pageant, so I've been editing that video. Great show, always a favourite of mine. Obviously not at Bromley anymore. When it was, I live 5 minutes away, so it was a very regularly attended one for me. But yeah, ULEZ obviously put a stop to that, and it's now down at the South of England Showground down in Ardingly. Brilliant show, the weather held out, so yeah, really lucky. Great selection of cars, massive variety, like everything from brand new Ferrari supercars, you got American muscle, commercials,
so
classics.
Car show, then?
No, God no, absolutely everything turns up there. I mean, right down to they've got a display of static engines, so like the old vintage stuff.
Yeah.
not even got any wheels on them. It's literally just the engine, but they get a crowd. It's great show, great day out, and loads to see.
I've been working on a bit of a launch campaign with Gtechniq for their new GT1 product, which is ceramic coatings. Obviously, Gtechniq are known for ceramic coatings, but this one is specifically designed for enthusiasts to be able to apply at home without any specialist equipment. Well, you don't have to have any special equipment for any of them, but without having to have a workshop or a professional sort of environment to do it. So one of the biggest sort of reasons to put people off having something like the Crystal Serum and Light and Ultra was that people think you have to be a professional to apply it. And while you don't have to be a professional to actually apply it, you do really need the right environment for it to cure, etc., etc. So it has been sort of reserved really for going in and having done at a specialist. Whereas this product, 80 quid or 85 quid, whatever it is, comes in a kit with a panel wipe, a cloth, and then the actual GT1 product and an applicator pad, and all you do is, once the car is clean and tidy, obviously if you want to do any paint correction stuff, that needs to be done beforehand, but once you've got a nice sort of clean and tidy car, panel wipe it, put the application stuff on, walk around it. Apparently it's a lot more forgiving than the other stuff, so you can do the whole car and then buff it off. And
that's we were speaking today at Gtechniq at Festival of Speed, and he was telling us it can be used on glass and rubbers.
It can be used on everything, so wheels, carbon fibre. It can even go on paint protection film, actually. So before you had to have Halo was their product, it had to go on anything that's slightly flexible, so like coating, the wraps and DPF. But yeah, this stuff goes on wheels, glass, everything.
Wraps.
So it's really easy, again, from a point of view of applying it. You just wash and clean and dry your car, just apply it on everything. It lasts for 12, well, I say 12 months, but might be a bit longer.
Yeah, knowing them.
It's a kind of a sort of stepping stone between a spray-on sort of sealant and then the full fat Serum Light and Serum Ultra sort of ceramic coating. So it's it's 12 months protection sort of in between the two. So
cool stuff. I'm looking forward to shooting that video.
Yeah, we're going to get up there and do an application video actually on how easy it is to apply and do a bit of testing and stuff while we're up there. And,
it sounds exciting. It sounds like something you can, when you get your new car,
I think that's it's going to be that. It's
like, bit of peace of mind.
Just coat it and jobs are going to.
Yeah, because you get some of these sort of brands, like what you're going to call them, TikTok and Instagram brands, will literally go to their suppliers and go, just make me something that make the car bead, and they sell it as like a ceramic coating and go, oh, look at this, and it looks amazing, but it won't last at all. Whereas with Gtechniq, there's proper science behind it, and it's going to be a decent
good stuff.
We've been in a lab before, there's some awesome stuff there.
Geeks.
In the best way possible.
In the best way possible. Yeah. Again, people that are so much more brainy than me, which isn't hard to be fair. So what have I been up to? I basically just finished the event timetable for TRAX, and it's jam-packed.
Looking stacked.
Yeah, and it's just trying not to have too many clashes. There are clashes. So like some of the lowrider demos will be going on during the Drift Kings, but there will be at least one lowrider demo that isn't happening during the Drift Kings session.
So you still get a chance to see both?
Yeah, but really hard to do. I mean, I didn't even have room to get Bagsy on stage. Which he'd probably be relieved about.
Yeah, he's had his fair share of interviews at our shows.
I'll probably annoy him with my questions, same questions every year.
Does that mean you charge him less, or he's going to charge less now, does it?
Oh, don't put that idea in his head.
I don't think so. He'd probably say that he was doing that for exposure, and now I've got to pay him more because he's got less exposure at the show. No, he doesn't work like that. He's a great guy. But yeah, we've got Mark McCann there trying to get his meet and greets in there. The women in the scene interviews. All the interviews going on.
All sorts.
Stage, the prize giveaways, the ceremonies, obviously the free Drift King sessions. And what's really hard with balancing it is you have free Drift King sessions. So for Bagsy, for example, like trying to get the stage interview there he's on track at 10:20 in the morning. No, 10:40 is the first. 10:40 is the first Drift King session. He comes off, and then there's another one around about 12:20, and then he's doing the halftime show, then there's a driver signing, and then I want him to do a meet and greet to meet all you guys, and then he's back out again. So it's like, well,
busy day then.
Yeah, and I mean, he did it at Japfest for us, and he was like, it was non-stop, and it was a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah.
But But yeah, he'd be there anyway, be able to go and chat to him. He's very, very approachable.
It's a sign of a good show though when you've got lots of different things. You haven't got like one key, go, right, that's our main feature. All this is sort of supplementary. You've got like lots of key features. You go, oh, I need to get that one in, that one in, that one in. Because it's just a sign of the show, I suppose. It appeals to so many different people that you've got to have so many different types of thing going on.
Yeah, I think TRAX is at the point now, is if you wanted to do everything, you couldn't do it in the showtime.
Yeah, no.
Because you've got Kart Silverstone there, you've got drift taxis there, the track's open, so you want to go and do a track session. You've got 3 Drift King sessions, you've got the half-time show, you've got the...
Takes you half a day to walk around a retail village.
Yeah, you've got all the club cars to look at, you've got all the display cars to look at, you've got all the curated displays to look at, like the women in the scene, the hot hatch heroes, American Corner, lowrider demos, BC Racing Village, you're taking over the street.
That's going to be cool.
Mark McCann. It's just like...
So what you're saying is TRAX needs to be a 2-day event?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Talk about that, Japfest might be a 2-day event next week.
Oh.
Maybe, don't know.
It's going to be a busy weekend.
We're going to see.
It'll be a Wednesday and a Thursday.
yeah. It'll be cheaper. Right, anyway, that's what we've really been up to. So you've been doing the commercial stuff, Joe doing his video stuff, and I've been doing my show stuff, really.
I've even got my commercial Liqui Moly pen.
Oh, look at that.
Stand, look at that. Look.
Always on job.
Oh yes.
Right, let's move on to the mass debate, which is... Sorry. Move on to the mass debate, which is actually quite fitting for today, and you can almost say it was planned for this topic. And the topic is, does the venue of a car show matter?
Okay. I think initially, the first thing that comes to my mind, yes, definitely. I think we've spoken before that certain shows suit different venues, and I think that plays a big part in it, doesn't it? You think?
It's getting the right venue for the right show, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the question actually is, does the venue of the car show matter more than the cars on display? And
okay.
I think it's...
I don't think you can separate them.
They go hand in hand, don't they? Yeah. I think thinking back to shows in the past where they've had amazing cars, but they're at a unique venue. I think back to sort of Tucked. They used to do it at the Manor, which was a stately home, and they'd use the grounds. And even like Roll Hard with Bicester. I know a few other shows use that now, but they were the first guys to do it properly, where the venue can become almost a more unique selling point than the cars going.
Yeah.
So the venue does play a massive part in it, definitely. But like you say, you can have the best venue in the world with a low standard of car, and it won't make it show. So
yeah, and then you can flip that out. You can have like an average venue with amazing cars, and it's like.
Do you
takes the edge off
the
a bit.
best cars go to an average venue though, or do owners with the best cars expect to go somewhere that is a bit nicer?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because like I say, if you went and hired your local car boot field and went, I'm going to put on a show, you're not going to get the guys with the really sort of like high-end builds going to come along to it.
Yeah.
Like, well, you haven't put any effort in, why should I put any effort in? Sort of
it adds that sort of prestige, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, we find it's definitely easier to invite cars along to Silverstone and Goodwood than it is other venues. Where the shows, like the quality of the cars, the club cars and all that are the same at most venues for us, for proper shows. But yes, there is definitely an appeal when you invite someone to Silverstone over, say, some other smaller venues.
Yeah, I think if you want the ultimate car show, you've got to have the good venue and you've got to have the best cars.
Definitely,
they go hand in hand, and some of the shows that our favourites, like Players, that's held here, amazing cars, amazing venue.
I think when it comes
Roll Hard, amazing cars, amazing venue.
Yeah.
And going back to a one they actually don't do it anymore, is Ultimate Dubs at Telford. Used to be a great show, and although like the Telford thing's called Telford
International Centre,
it's a hall, it's a showground. But what was cool about Telford was that all the hotels are all linked, and places to go and socialise are all within walking distance. And that's what sort of
that's why the NEC works as well, though. Isn't it? You can go and do 2 or 3 nights, whatever, at the NEC show.
Yeah, and you can go.
Yeah, you got the evening
the show ends, and then the actual atmosphere doesn't, because you all then go somewhere else. So that plays a big part in it.
I was going to ask about location as well, actually, because one thing I was going to say is I think if you get the right venue, location doesn't really matter. People will travel, is what I'm saying. People will travel to go to the right show at the right venue. So obviously here, right down on the south sort of coast, well, not coast, but not far off, down south, you'll still get people come from like up north. You get people from sort of Manchester, Yorkshire, whatever, will travel down. Yes, it's more of an effort for them, but you'll still get people do that. Whereas I think the smaller scale stuff, then people base it on geography. Like I'd go to a small scale show that was 20 minutes from my house, but I wouldn't drive 3.5 hours to go to a small scale show in a field.
I think that then gets into the difference between a meet and a show, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So a meet, I don't think the venue matters at all. It's a local thing. It's normally just for the morning or just for the afternoon.
I suppose that way you just need someone that can cater for you, don't you? So
you
need
you just need the
space. We get 20 cars.
Whereas if you've got people paying to come to a show over a meet, then yes, to give them a nice venue to walk around, even down to just like facilities, having some toilets on site or a cafe. Like I think that makes a big difference in the experience after show day.
Like for a family man, so if you're going for a family day out, that's a massive part. It's like I would go to a club, like a club meet or a car meet with my mates on my own in my car. If I'm going out for a day with the kids and want to go for a car show and make it a day out, one, that's why I don't mind the travel so much. But when you get there, you want to have some sort of entertainment, like whether that's track action or demos or something like that. You want to have, like I say, somewhere you can get food and drink at a reasonable price. But
you're hard pressed to find that these days.
It's going to cost you some money, but as long as it's decent stuff, you don't really mind. But you certainly want to be able to get a drink. You want to be able to have like toilets and you're not queuing up and clean and tidy, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And just walk around and have a good day out with the show. So that's why I think retail villages and stuff are quite useful and add something to the show, because you can walk around and buy, even if it's key rings and t-shirts and stuff like that. You can go
breaks
and buy
the day
stuff.
up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yes, we all love cars, but you can't get to a show at 9 o'clock and leave at 5 and just look at cars, or just walk around cars all day.
No, you need to see other stuff.
Yeah, you need some live action, you need a trade village, you need to sit down and have some lunch.
Okay, even somewhere, that's another thing as well. It's just having somewhere where you can chill for a bit.
Yeah.
When it's sort of like, when we struggle with that a little bit with Silverstone, to be fair, because the venue is designed primarily as a racetrack and we've kind of hijacked it for a show, there isn't really a dedicated chill area. Like you look around here today, you've got all that lovely grass painting down
it's
there.
perfect.
Goodwood's absolutely spot on for it, because there's lots of places where you can go and sit and have a drink or a burger or whatever and just chill out. Obviously, with Silverstone, because you've got so much going on, we pack it, you fill it through everything. So the environment and the
no
sort of
time
atmosphere,
to sit down.
No, there isn't. The atmosphere is like very much, but that suits that venue. That kind of approach here, I don't think would work. Here, it does need to be a bit more relaxed somewhere like Goodwood. So Goodwood shows like Players and Japfest Goodwood and whatever else, they're a bit more chill. They've got a bit more time.
Yeah, it goes back to the show. The venue has to suit the show, doesn't it?
You have to match the two.
Yeah, and I think, being here at Goodwood today, this is probably one of my faivourite venues in the UK, and it's just all the little things that just add up. Like the grass is well kept. I know it sounds stupid.
I
don't know what you call them, but the stewards that sort of marshal the race towels and stuff like that, they've all got smart black suits on.
They look more like security guards at a nightclub than they do like high-vis marshals there.
But they look the part. Their shoes are always polished. Everyone's well spoken. It's just you feel nice.
Yeah, they take some real pride in the venue.
You feel cared for.
And that makes a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, I think if you want the ultimate show, you've got to have the ultimate venue, and you've got to have the cars there and the action.
I think you need both, but I think also both need each other.
Yeah.
So like the best venue needs the best cars, but the best cars also need the best venues.
Yeah. So I think the initial question, does the venue matter more than the cars? No, I don't think it doesn't.
No, I think it's equal.
You need both.
Yeah. And I mean, bring it on. We're always looking for new venues because, as you know, when you're like, we've been going to car shows for, me and you, probably 20 years, you probably 10, maybe longer. What makes new shows sometimes more attractive is where they've gone to a new venue.
Every time you've gone to Silverstone.
And Santa Pod and...
Santa Pod, Silverstone.
You can end up getting bored of a venue.
Yeah. I genuinely could not tell you how many times I've been to Silverstone
It's been 3 times a year for the last 20 years.
It could be approaching 100, lots. So when someone goes, we're doing it here, you're like, where's that? And then you're like, that's new. And you think, it builds that intrigue. So I want to put that over to you if you're watching this, and you go, I know this place down the road. No one's ever used that for a car show. Tell us about it, because we might, we're always looking for new venues.
Earlier this year, looking at places for like old army barracks and going, wouldn't someone like that be a really cool venue? Like, If you had a bit of a runway where you could do a bit of action, sort of like side-by-side drag racing up there, and then some of the old sort of like hangar buildings they had, and some of the like bunker type buildings and stuff like that with some creative displays of that, it'd be really, really cool.
Well, that's the appeal of Bicester at Rollard, isn't it? You're walking around all these old World War II aircraft buildings and hangars, and it just changes it up. Like one thing I saw recently was a real off-the-cuff venue. I think it was over in Ireland, and the show was called Old School, New School, or something like that, and it was at a school.
Right.
They had the basketball courts or something, caged-off basketball courts, and they had cars in there. And it's like, yes, you can't get 4,500 cars in there like we do at Silverstone, but just changing it up and adding that little unique flair, it'll bring people along just because of the uniqueness of it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to like run a car show at somewhere like a Centre Parks. So you know when you've got like all the villas, I know at Centre Parks, if you've ever been, you take your car off site, but I would go against that, and you could have your little villa with your car parked there, and then so you could walk around the venue looking at cool cars and go, do you know what, I've had enough of that, now I'm going to go on the Rapids, or I'm going to go bowling, or I'm going to go and have a game of badminton. I've always wanted to do like
car show you have to bring your swimming trunks to. Yeah,
maybe a car show.
Don't do what I did when I went to Centre Parks, and that's beach the truck. I literally got it stuck across the road just as the land train was coming.
Oh no!
I was obviously Christmas time, so it was dark. Outside our cabin, rather than go the whole long way one way round, I thought I could just nip up there because the gate's up there. I could go back to the car park that way. So I spun it round in the middle of the road, and the front wheels went off, and then just went down. And no word of a lie, mate. It went down about 4 foot.
Oh my god!
So the front wheels were dropped off. And I started putting it in reverse, and the back wheels just started spinning.
Oh,
just literally
no.
across the road. I'm like, what am I going to do? Thankfully, I was in that, not in the wife's Kia. I had 4-wheel drive diff lock, and it pulled itself out. Just literally went out the next morning, because obviously it's dark. I went out the next morning on the way to swimming pool, on the way to the Rapids, looked down, and you're like, wow. And I stood in it, and it was literally the hole, because like a sort of gully for water. And when I stood it came up to about here, mate. Literally.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, At MOT time, the man at the tester went, where you been on this? It's like the underside of the truck, all the bloody underbody protection stuff just covered in dirt and muck and whatever.
Oh god.
So yes, they're not suited to modified cars in that particular area. You need to find somewhere we can
Mind
do
the
it.
ditches if we do a show at Centre Parks.
And do you know what I like this segue here? Is like you mentioned the land train. We've got a land train at TRAX and Full Fair, haven't we?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that'll help you get around the show better.
Good.
But yeah, there you go. So yeah, maybe just drop a note in the comments. You know any cool venues that you think we should check out? We'd do it, and we could maybe bring a Japfest or a TRAX.
Yeah, let us know some ideas. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
So then move on now to Book It or Bin It.
Okay.
Car shows.
What we got?
I was trying to think of one like what we did at Japfest last year at Goodwood. Book It or Bin It. But let's just do a bit more of a general one. The People's Choice Awards. Decided live at the event.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Yeah,
book it. I mean, I've always really liked the Judge's Choice Award, so it's one that there isn't a criteria. It's just whatever we think is cool.
Yeah.
Because how many times have we been walking around a show and we've got our list of awards to give out, and you see a car, like your favourite car at the show, but it doesn't fit.
Or it
into one of the
fits 2 or
categories.
3, and you're like, well, I could give it that one, or I could give it that one. And no, that's a cool
So
car.
Judge's Choice, I love that idea. But yeah, People's Choice definitely, because like.
I prefer that to an online sort of social poll, because then all you do is become a popularity contest, and you get people going, "Can you vote for my car? Can you vote for my car?"
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all it is. Who's got the most friends? It's not. It's not who's got the best car.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's the voting mechanism or the actual choice of it comes down to people at the show on the day. Yeah. I don't know how you do it. How would you think about doing it? Something like an iPad next to the cars, or something like that, or I don't know how you do it. Actually, you'd have to. As long as it was
like a little ballot system or something, maybe you write down what your favourite car was, or on the day, get people to take pictures of the car and post it with a hashtag. Or something
that's
like
probably the best way to do it. Yeah, take a picture of your car and post it with a hashtag.
And we just tot up the posts and the stories at middle of the afternoon and announce the winner. Yeah, I'd book it. I like it.
And now let's go on to an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Car shows were better. Car shows were better in the good old days.
Oh, here we go. How many times have we heard that?
I suppose good old days has different meanings for some of us here, doesn't it? I mean, for me, Oh, it's tricky. I remember going to shows back in
I think
sort
at the
of...
minute you're actually in the good old days.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remind
So
myself.
in 20 years' time, you're going to look back at this era and go, I was better in the good old days.
Okay, so when we do a podcast episode in 20 years and we're going, were they better in the good old days, we'll think back to today.
But yeah.
Be just me sat here on my own. Well, no, so I know it's completely not what the term means, but for me, the good old days, I think back to when I started going to car shows, which was, 10 years ago. And they have changed in that time. Shows definitely have changed. For me, I don't necessarily think for the better. I don't think they were better or worse since I've been going to shows. Yes, you've got different things that happen now. When I first started going, it was, as we spoke about recently, audio cars, space cars. That was a big thing. I used to love them. I'd love them to come back. But I enjoy the shows these days just as much as I did back then. So for me, no. But I'm sure things have changed a lot more since the good old days for you too.
So the good old days, I guess the good old days for my era was probably early 2000s, late 90s.
I was going to say, do you know, one that stings out straight away to the head is what was better back then was I remember the TRAX when we had Ken Block there. And that was absolutely fantastic, that one.
2011 that one.
The 2011.
Something like that, 2011, 2012.
Yeah. I remember that, but then you go back further than that, and I remember Ford Fair being in the field. Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of like I think you'll always have standout years, and you'll have standout events. You go, that one was a really good event, but I don't think it means that all shows were better back then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like.
I think the fundamental difference from when I first started doing it, you used to have, say, 3 massive car shows.
Yeah.
So you'd start off, and the big one back in the old days was the season opener was called Donny North.
Yeah.
It was around April time, so everyone got the car ready for that. Then you would have Ultimate Street Car in August, which was your middle one. And then you would have, to finish the season, was TRAX, sort of in late September. And they were all huge. Whereas now, there's a car show.
One every week. There's multiple car shows every weekend.
Yeah.
And I got back in the day as well, probably the biggest show of all of those, it hurts me to say, it's probably Max Power Live.
Yeah.
At the NEC.
But then generic shows used to be sort of like you didn't have as many shows throughout the year. So things like British Motor Show was a big event. Who's going to British Motor Show this year from a modified car scene? It's the same weekend as TRAX, isn't it? So like, I know.
Sounds like Civic.
Honda. Yeah.
That's definitely VTEC, isn't it? But yeah, so like I think the whole thing's moved on. The whole thing's moved on, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was an EG and then EP3. That's not Honda. No. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good point. Look, has the show scene become oversaturated with car shows? It's because, like you say, they are from March to October.
Yeah.
There isn't a weekend where there isn't a car show.
Yeah, every couple of weeks there's a big one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you remember, going back to remember, those shows used to be so busy, so packed, and that's what made it as well, it's like the atmosphere. But now, I guess now when you've got so many, on the flip side of it, there's so much competition that the show car organisers like us have to work so much harder at making the show better for people to want to come.
I mean, go back to what we started right at the beginning of this podcast. I can't remember a time where we've had a timetable and you can't get everything in. So I mean, I can't remember a show where we've gone, right, we've got an 8-hour window. Oh my God, I've got so much stuff I can't physically fit it all in.
Yeah.
It's all like normally it's like, well, track opens there, a couple of awards, a couple of other things, and then you space them out throughout the day. Like you're saying, now you're getting there going, oh my God, I've got too much. And like me with Ford Fair stuff, it's like, I normally go for track cars. Yeah, that's fine. Got 40 car slots, I'll get 25, 30 cars. I went 42 and I got an email this morning from another one going, oh, can we get another one? No, I've already got too many. It's, so.
Which for the public is great. You come along and you get a packed show and it's a great day out. But yeah, for us it does cause a bit of a headache.
Yeah, and those pinnacle cars you've got at Ford Fair. So you've got the OG Supra van.
Yeah.
You've got actual Ford bringing the only Ford GTD in the country to the show and going to take it out on track.
Yeah, and with some other stuff as well. But obviously that's going to overshadowed by the GTD, but
And we've got the Nürburgring.
The GT Mark IV,
So just real headline cars, if you're a Ford fan, it goes, wow. And then we posted a couple of days ago the Ford Siesta, which is a Fiesta that's gone viral for having a Sierra front end, and it's got more likes than some of those combined. And you're like, hang on a minute, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah. Which it goes to show that yes, if you can still get cool stuff to a show, people will come. The shows are still very well attended, and
the cars and the stars. Always have been.
You've just got to put that extra effort in.
It's like everything with the
now.
style drilling. People can sit there and look back with rose tinted spectacles and go, oh, I remember back in the day in 2000, late 2000s, it used to do this, because you remember that time, and you remember being 18 and doing all that sort of stuff and going out, and you were free. You didn't have kids screaming at you. You didn't have a mortgage to worry about. You were like, that was so much better then. It's like, well, the show wasn't. Your life might have been.
That is the nail on the head. That is a nail on the head for people that go, the car scene was better. Even if you're talking about the car scene in general, the car scene was always better back in the day, because you just remember that part of your life was your peak life. You don't have to worry about a mortgage. You don't have to worry about your kids. We're going out finding girls, doing things with those, getting on the beers. You know, you were free young.
I mean, it used to be a little bit easier to get away with doing some silly stuff back then than it did now. So I understand it's a little bit like these young lads, bless them, they've got a little bit of a tighter rein on them than perhaps we had. But yeah, I think that is it. It's like, it's the same with everything, isn't it? You ask people about music, you ask people about films, you ask people about cars, all better back then. It's like, well, that's just because that's what you remember quite fondly.
Yeah, definitely.
Going right back to the beginning of that, this discussion was, Joe, you are in the good old days now, and you will look back. But I think because we've never left it, Jamie, I think that's the difference. You get people that, and yes, we've got kids and I've got a mortgage now, but I've never left it, so I've seen it all the way through. Yeah. And I do look back on the early 2000s fondly, because I was young, free, single, getting on the beers and living a great life working for Fastcar.
Your mate rings up and goes, do you want to go down the track this afternoon? Do you want to go do this? Yeah, why not? And then now you're like, oh, hang on, no, I've got all this ironing to do. Do you know what I mean?
But I've just seen it evolve, and I don't think it's, it was great back then, but it's still great now. It really is. And
I think it's going to be really interesting to see where it goes in the next 10 years.
I'll tell you what, one prediction I will make is it won't sound like that.
No. And if it doesn't, I'm not coming.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of the unpopular opinion. Let us know in the comments, were shows better than good old days? We don't think so. We think they were as good.
And if you've got pictures, send us some pictures as well.
Yeah, always love seeing old shows.
And then we got a viewer's question now. What is the greatest JDM car ever made?
Ooh.
That's a tricky one.
That is tricky, isn't it? There's a couple of answers for that. I mean, straight away, my head's going for race cars, and I'm thinking of the 787B and stuff like that. That's awesome. But from a road car
JDM.
point of view, I don't know.
That's too hard.
Do you know, I'm going to throw a curveball in there for if it's a road car, I'm going to go Toyota Land Cruiser.
Epic cars.
Yeah. I mean,
or a Toyota Hilux.
Hilux, I'll probably got Land Cruiser. But
probably not best, but in terms of popularity and iconicness, Mark 1 MX-5. It's, you think JDM cars?
Yeah.
You think that for a car that's done stuff for the JDM scene, Mark 1 MX-5.
So can you just look down that camera and tell everyone that the best JDM car is a Mark 1 MX-5?
Joe says the best JDM car ever made.
We're making that into that is going to be our main clip from this day, and that is going to go viral.
Damn, what have I done?
I think we should just end there.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit like it's an audience question, isn't it? Because we can get you guys.
We ain't going to answer it, so you answer it. Let us know what you think. We'll add up the comments, and then we'll announce the winner next week.
Yeah. Well, I mean that rounds it all off, really. So we're now finishing up the podcast, and we're going to go. I don't know if he's here yet, but Aaron got a 260Z. I think it's 260, not a 240 or a 280.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
260. We're going to go shoot that because that's coming to TRAX on the 16th of August. And hopefully it'll come to Japfest here on the 3rd of October. So we'll do that. We're going to go shoot some more explainer reels of how the show has changed from last year to this year. So, busy day. Busy afternoon. Brilliant. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Next week we will be back behind our screens And in boring offices, especially by my one that still hasn't been done up, it's getting very close
Yeah,
to being
we'll
done.
I'm loving it a minute because my office is aircon. So when you're sitting there all really hot and having the window shut, I'm going, oh, it's quite chilly in here at 17.
Well, maybe
Show
maybe we should do one at Jamie's
Live
office.
podcast in
maybe,
Jamie's
yeah,
office. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you prefer this format? Because we would much prefer to
we'd rather do
once a
this.
week go out somewhere lovely
Yep.
in the UK
Yep.
and film it rather than
I've got a question that we need to get some likes for. Should we turn our podcast into a pub crawl as well? So it's like we just try every pub, every motoring themed pub.
Yeah.
We give it a try.
the podcast.
Podcast. There we
There you
go.
go.
That
That's
must
done.
have already. There must be a
Sorted.
pubcast
Yeah.
already out there.
There's not a fast car podcast. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Done. Right, trademark that.
Yeah.
Right,
Sorted.
cool. Well, we've got to
Right.
go. We won't do that. Goodbye, and thank you, Liqui Moly, again. And we'll catch you at the next one.
See
See
ya.
you later.